silent sabotage, the narrative history and technical legacy of Stuxnet, the dawn of digital warfare. Cyber warfare is fundamentally defined as the strategic use of technology to penetrate and attack another nation's computer systems and networks. Its ultimate goal is to cause widespread damage or severely disrupt essential public services, such as forcing the sudden shutdown of a regional power grid. For many years, this concept remained largely theoretical, confined to defense strategies and hypothetical military exercises. However, the paradigm shifted permanently with the discovery of the Stuxnet malware, a highly sophisticated, state-sponsored cyberweapon that completely redefined the capabilities of digital operations. Rather than simply hijacking targeted networks, spying on administrative communications, or stealing confidential data, Stuxnet was engineered with a more dangerous objective: to manifest physical destruction in the tangible world through lines of malicious code. An unprecedented class of cyberweapon. Discovered in 2010, Stuxnet is widely recognized by cybersecurity experts as one of the most complex and famous computer worms in technological history. It represents the world's first true digital weapon explicitly designed to inflict physical harm on industrial infrastructure. The core uniqueness of Stuxnet lay in its specialized targeting mechanism. Traditional malware typically searches for personal information, harvests banking credentials, or encrypts file systems for ransom. In stark contrast, Stuxnet completely ignored ordinary home computers and corporate office networks unless they happened to serve as an accidental conduit into a highly specific industrial environment. The worm was built to infiltrate industrial networks and search exclusively for industrial control systems (ICS) and supervisory control and data acquisition (SCADA) systems that manage large-scale mechanical operations. Specifically, Stuxnet was programmed to seek out Siemens Step 7 engineering software and hunt down precise models of Siemens programmable logic controllers (PLCs). These PLCs are the specialized embedded microcomputers responsible for controlling automated processes in heavy industry, ranging from manufacturing facilities and water treatment plants to oil refineries and nuclear installations. By gaining deep access to these systems, Stuxnet could secretly manipulate the operational instructions of physical machines, forcing catastrophic equipment failures while deliberately tricking human operators into believing the environment was functioning perfectly. The anatomy of the attack life cycle. The execution of the Stuxnet campaign followed several meticulously planned stages, illustrating an advanced level of coordination characteristic of nation-state cyber operations. The initial entry point began when the worm spread into target environments via infected Windows systems, primarily utilizing contaminated physical USB flash drives. To bypass automated defense mechanisms and slip past standard security detection undetected, the malware deployed stolen, authentic digital code signing certificates masquerading as legitimate corporate software. Once introduced to a computer, the worm systematically exploited multiple previously unknown software flaws, commonly known as zero-day vulnerabilities. Because zero-day flaws have no existing patches, they grant attackers absolute freedom to execute unauthorized code. After establishing a foothold, Stuxnet conducted a rigorous target check. It actively ignored the vast majority of infected machines, remaining entirely dormant unless it detected the presence of Siemens Step 7 software connected to the pre-specified Siemens PLCs. If a valid target environment was successfully identified, the worm would even attempt to exploit poor network restrictions, connecting to the internet to fetch updated versions of its payload. ensuring its malicious code remained optimized for the target infrastructure. Ground Zero, the nation's sabotage. The ultimate target of this state-sponsored cyberweapon was the nation's nuclear facility, specifically its uranium enrichment operations. Upon successfully confirming its location within the Siemens PLCs at the facility, Stuxnet executed its primary mission, a masterclass in silent, physical sabotage. The malware secretly hijacked the logic controls governing the uranium enrichment centrifuges. It initiated a destructive operational cycle, repeatedly accelerating the centrifuges to extreme speeds and then slowing them down far below their safe design limits. These rapid, abnormal fluctuations in velocity subjected the high-speed spinning centrifuges to immense mechanical stress, ultimately causing severe structural degradation and widespread mechanical failures. Crucially, Stuxnet contained a sophisticated rootkit feature designed to hide the ongoing destruction from human oversight. As the centrifuges were tearing themselves apart, the malware intercepted the system's sensor data and replayed recorded readings of perfectly normal operating conditions back to the SCADA monitoring consoles. As a result, control room engineers stared at screens showing flawless operations, completely unaware of the physical devastation unfolding deep within the facility until it was far too late. Through this silent mechanism, Stuxnet successfully destroyed or heavily damaged approximately 1,000 centrifuges, severely crippling the nation's nuclear enrichment capabilities. A turning point in cybersecurity history. The discovery and analysis of Stuxnet marked the formal beginning of the modern era of cyber warfare, forever reshaping global defense paradigms. It smashed the conventional boundary between the digital realm and physical reality, proving definitively that code could be leveraged to trigger real-world kinetic destruction. For cybersecurity students and defense experts, Stuxnet remains the foundational case study for understanding a dense array of advanced security concepts. It provides a real-world blueprint for analyzing zero-day vulnerabilities, complex malware propagation, rootkit architecture, digital code signing manipulation, and the critical importance of industrial control system (ICS) security. Furthermore, Stuxnet exposed the severe vulnerabilities inherent in the world's critical infrastructure. Systems governing power plants, manufacturing factories, water safety, and transit networks have historically been operated under a legacy culture of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, frequently leaving them unpatched, isolated, and highly vulnerable to specialized cross-domain threats. Stuxnet delivered an undeniable warning to the international community. Digital systems are no longer merely vulnerable to information theft, but can be co-opted as highly effective geopolitical weapons capable of fracturing a nation's most essential physical assets.
Bạn muốn học mạng máy tính nhanh hơn, hiệu quả hơn và có người đồng hành xuyên suốt? Khóa học mạng máy tính 1-1 sẽ mang đến cho bạn một giảng viên hướng dẫn riêng, xây dựng lộ trình học phù hợp với trình độ và mục tiêu của bạn. Bạn sẽ được thực hành liên tục trên các bài lab thực tế, rèn luyện kỹ năng cấu hình và xử lý sự cố mạng như trong doanh nghiệp. Với lịch học linh hoạt, hỗ trợ tận tình và tập trung 100% vào sự tiến bộ của từng học viên, bạn sẽ tự tin chinh phục chứng chỉ kỹ sư mạng quốc tế và sẵn sàng bước vào sự nghiệp quản trị mạng doanh nghiệp. Khóa học mạng máy tính 1-1 học đúng trọng tâm, thực hành chuyên sâu, sẵn sàng cho công việc thực tế.